Hey, it's Preston Pugmire, Next Level Life. Today I want to teach you exactly how to set goals. Let's do this. So many people want to set goals. They want to have results, but they don't know exactly how to go about it. I've been there. I totally get it. I remember I took a course one time called Your Number One Goal. Great course. The very first thing was create a vision for what you want to accomplish. And I was like, oh, shoot, I haven't even thought about this. I don't even know how to craft it. And maybe you're there. Maybe you're saying, I don't know exactly what I want. Or maybe you're like, I know exactly what I want, but I don't know how to get it. Because if you don't accomplish a goal, then you're not going to feel good about yourself. And if you do accomplish a goal, then you will feel good about yourself. However, it will be conditional. Because then what happens if you don't accomplish the next goal? Or that goal that you accomplished gets taken away for some reason. You lose it in some way. Then you're going to lose your self-worth around it. So I'll have different videos and talking about how to build up your self-worth in business, but bottom line is you can't attach your personal value to a goal. Now that we have that out of the way, there are two types of goals. This is going to be like basic foundational stuff. Number one, process goal. Now the process goal is basically the how, because you're going to have two types of goals. The second one is an outcome goal. Basically, a process goal is the how, and an outcome goal is the what, okay? Let's take weight, for example. Say I want to lose weight. The outcome is I want to lose 15 pounds. Boom. Right now I'm at 170. I want to be at 155. That is my specific outcome goal. It's measurable. I have a time frame that I want to accomplish it in. I want to do that in 3 months. 5 pounds a month, boom, boom, boom. That's the outcome. The process by which I accomplish that is I intentionally eliminate fried food from my diet. I intentionally eat out only one time per week. I intentionally avoid sugar. Maybe I'll have one day where I can have sugar, that type of a thing. And so I'm going to exercise 5 times a week for 30 minutes. So all of those are process goals. They're measurable along the way, and they lead you to an outcome. Now, not every goal is going to be very, very specifically measurable like that. For example, if you have a goal where you want to have a committed relationship with your spouse, right? What does that even mean? Or I want to have like a connected relationship with my spouse. Like, that's going to mean different things to different people. So you're not going to get to a point where you're like, oh, boom, now I'm connected with my spouse, right? That isn't the thing. I want to be connected with my spouse in 90 days. It sounds silly, right? So a process goal is very, very helpful in this situation because you can say, I want to go on non-negotiable date nights, okay? Once a week, 100% of the time, non-negotiable, gonna do a date night. Every single day, I'm gonna have 15 minutes with my spouse, phones down, eye contact, talking about our thoughts, our dreams, our visions, our funny things that happened to us, or things that we thought about that episode of that Office one time. Just like connection right there. I'm also going to speak their love language intentionally, 3 times a day, whether that's words of affirmation or intentional non-sexual physical touch, right? Like I'm using this to speak their love language so I can be connected with them, right? Date night, intentional time every single day, speaking their love language. That's not necessarily an outcome, it's a process goal. And so you get to decide, how am I approaching this? What are the specific steps that would lead to that? And then put that in the goal put that in the process part of it where it's measurable day to day to day. And then an outcome is going to have a specific deadline. That's very, very important. You got to have a specific outcome and a specific deadline so that you can create processes that are measurable. Now, how do you go about structuring this in your life? Because all this kind of seems a little bit nebulous sometimes. It's like goal setting. I just want to I want to make $1 million, or I would like to lose 1 million pounds. Those are terrible examples. Whatever. There are 4 main pillars that you can actually niche your goals down in and put them into compartments so they're easier for you to wrap your brain around, easier for you to wrap your heart around. Number 1, health and fitness. Do you want to maintain your weight? Do you want to gain weight? That's one of my goals right now is I want to gain weight in muscle, right? Some people want to lose weight. Some people want to be able to create the situation where they just feel like they have more energy. They want to be able to run for 5 miles without getting winded. They want to even just wrestle with their kids without getting injured. I mean, what does that feel like? What does that look like for you? Don't judge your goals on somebody else's. Like, don't compare yourself to it. I roll my eyes about that because it's just, you're on a different path. You're on a different journey. If you look at somebody else's results that they have and you use it as inspiration, awesome. If you look at that and you say, oh man, I'm not there yet, you're already screwed. That is something that you need to actually take a look at. Pull back and have your number one goal be, I'm going to self-validate and feel like I am worthy without comparing myself to somebody else's goal. That should be your number one goal if you find yourself comparing. But I digress. Second pillar of life, relationships. Now, this is where you can have an outcome goal where you're saying, I want to have like 4 close friends by the end of the year. And right now you only have 2. And so that's going to be about being intentional about getting those other 2 close friends. Or I want to have more business relationships, or I want to have better relationships with my kids. This is an area where there are less specific outcome goals, and this is going to be more process goal oriented for you, just in general. And so you get to determine what success looks like and what you want to have as an outcome or as a process so that you can measure that. Third pillar, career and finance. This is how much money do you want to be making per month, per year, per client? You know, what does that look like for you? And later on, we'll talk about having a specific why. Like, why do you want to make that money? A why is very, very, very important, but it's not part of this process that we're talking about right now. Anyway, career finance. Get clear. Because if you say, I want to make more money, here's $1. Boom. Goal achieved. You have more money than you used to. Vague goals are going to get vague results. If you say, I want to be making $10,000 a month in 6 months, so that can be consistent. Boom, 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 boom. Now you have a very clear outcome. Then you can pull back to, how am I going to do that? What specific things am I going to need to do? $10,000 a month, how many clients is that? You're charging $2,000 per client, then that's 5 new clients a month. Do you have the bandwidth for that, right? Just now you're starting to look at things differently. If you have a product that you sell for $100, well, then you need to sell 100 of those. So that's about 25 a week. So now you're getting into the processes. So you have the outcomes, process, boom. The fourth is personal and emotional. Now, these are not in any sort of order as far as hierarchy goes. They just put them on there. But for personal and emotional, this is again going to be kind of leaning more toward the processes. Am I going to be doing meditation every single day? Am I going to be doing journaling every single day? Am I going to be, you could say that like one of the outcomes that I want is, so when somebody refunds money, one of my clients refunds or something like that, I don't want it to affect me at all, because I, in the past, have let that get to me. Or when somebody says something, when my spouse says something, it triggers me. And so I used to go into like, I would start to think negative thoughts, or I would do this, blah, blah, blah. And you can say, oh, this happened and it didn't trigger me in that way. That can be a specific outcome. How are you going to get there? Journaling, meditation, going to personal development workshops, working with a coach, working with a counselor or a therapist, like intentional, measurable process goals. Tell me in the comments, what specifically are your goals? Now, if you experience a little bit of resistance around like, oh, I don't want to tell people my goals, that's fine, but just take a look at what's going on for you. If you're like that resistance, it's revealing something in you where you feel avoidance because, oh, what if I don't hit it? What if somebody judges my goals? What if now I'm on the hook? If I declare it, then I'm on the hook for it, and then there's no excuses. And that leaves me feeling a little exposed, and that's uncomfortable. It's okay. You're doing okay. Just recognize what is coming up for you, and then address it. So let me know what your goals are, but also I have a free resource for you. Click the link below, or maybe it's up here, I don't know, PrestonPugmire.com/goals, so that you can have access to this worksheet and take this video and then go ahead and outline some of your specific goals. It's best to create them in 90-day increments. I want you to succeed, all right? So let's make this happen. Take it to the next level, guys. See ya.